Hi students, welcome to GoScore Campus Vision. I am Darshana. Hope all of you are fine. Let us continue the topic. Yesterday we discussed about the background of the poem Hop, that is what is this poem about, and about the poet Emily Dickinson. Today we are going to discuss in detail about the poem Hop. First of all, I read the lines, then I will explain you. Let us see what Emily Dickinson is trying to express with the help of this particular. Let us discuss the poem in detail. Hop is the thing with the feathers. Yes, it is the 254th poem of Emily Dickinson. Yesterday I told you that she wrote a good number of poems. That is almost 1800 poems written during her lifetime. And most of her poems are published posthumously. And this is the 254th poem of Emily Dickinson. Hop is the thing with feathers. First of all, I read the lines and I will explain you. Hawk is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and sound must be the storm. That could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. Yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Yes, students, what do you understand from these lines? Let us discuss in detail. Hawk is the thing with the feathers that perches in the soul. Here the poem in this poem, Dickinson is trying to create a metaphor. She is creating a metaphor of hawk through a poem. That is, the speaker describes hawk as a bird. Bird here means hawk is a thing with the feathers. Here she is equating that hawk with a bird. It's a thing with feathers. So whatever is being said of the bird here is applied to the term hawk. And that perches in the soul. Normally the word perch is associated with or used in the sense here the resting or the sitting place of a bird after alighting. Here, hawk is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. That means the hawk that is within the speaker is flying, is much like a bird that continues to fly inside her. We all know that we all experience some dark times in our life. At that particular moment or at that time, hope can offer warmth or solace or encouragement to overcome that difficulties in our life. Here hawk is compared to a bird. Here bird image is given. Hawk is the thing with the feathers. Here poet is not directly called the hawk a bird, but she called it as a thing with the feathers. Here she used the definite article the. That means the bird is uniquely identifiable. Hawk is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. That perches in the soul here, perches, I told you that is traditionally the word meaning it is associated with the resting and setting place of a bird. Here, that the feeling of hope that is situating, that is resting within the mind of the speaker. So, that is the situating within the mind of the soul. Soul here means that is the spiritual entity of a human being. So people can carry this feeling, that hope at that part of themselves and which is considered the center of thought and will. That's why she used the word perches here. That is the meaning of the usage. That hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words. That means for the speaker, the bird is continuing its song and sings the tune without the words. That means for the speaker, the hawk that inside continues to sing at all times, even in the difficult situations or even in the bad weather conditions, etc. Even when there are no words to sing, the birds continue to sing or to create a song. For the speaker, hawk stays present, always singing, always flying, and yes, never stops at all. This bird, the song of the bird, it never stops. It is continued. It continues its song. It is continuing, and that means although there are no words to be understood, people relate to and are deeply affected by the sweet song of the bird. We all know that these songbirds are famous for its song. And here, whatever is being said of the bird is applied to the term hawk and sings the tune without. Likewise, the characteristics of this tiny creature that is bird, our feeling that hawk, it shares many of these characteristics that for it endures under all circumstances, that it provides or it gives warmth and solace to the humanity. It provides comfort to the humanity. That means like the sweet song of the bird, this hope, the feeling of hope, it provides warmth and strength and solace to the whole humanity when they face difficult times or dark situations in their life. So, and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Here, yes, this the song of the birds. It provides or it the singing. It renews the many people's sense of possibility and wonder. The sweet song of the bird. Here we can apply these characteristics to the feeling of. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sound must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. Yes, the song of the bird, the song of hawk sounds sweetest. And sweetest in the gale is heard. Normally, gale means is a strong wind. And sweetest in the gale is heard. The song of the bird is sweetest even in the extreme bad weather conditions. And sweetest in the gale. I heard the sweet song of the bird even in the extreme weather condition, bad condition. And song must be the song. That is, it could repair. That is the song of hawk sounds sweetest in the gale. That means when we all people face some dark times or toughest times in our life. Here, the word gale can compare with our dark times or the difficult situations the human beings face in their life. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm. Yes, Ben, and sore must be this tiny little creature. It is not afraid of this weather bad condition, bad, bad weather or the extreme difficult condition. It continues to sing. It continues to sing its sweet song, like these tiny creatures, the feeling, the hope that is flying inside the speaker. It is continuing to follows the speaker throughout her lifetime. It continues to sing. It provides warmth, solace, and comfort to the speaker or to the poet. And sound must be the storm. Even in the extreme bad condition, the weather condition only can damage or hamper the sweet song of the bird. Only can abash that little bird. Only can destroy the warmth or solace or the uh, that strength of the little bird. Like this little bird, yes, this hope in our life, extreme difficult situations or dark times like death or something like that, only can hamper, only can destroy those feelings that is resting inside our mind. It is sitting inside the mind. And sword here is used in that extreme bad situation or bad condition. And sound must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. This little bird, this bird, it kept so many warm. It provides warmth and comfort to the people through its sweet song. Like this little bird, this tiny creature, hope. It always provides a feeling of goodness or betterment to the whole humanity. It follows the human being in all their lifetime. It is that kept so many like hope, the bird's courage and perseverance is heartening. And in the bird's courage and perseverance in the face of difficult circumstances is heartening. Like the bird, the hawk kept so many warm by offering a bird to look beyond the harsh realities to the promise of something better to come. Yes, it always offers in our difficult times or when we face extreme difficult situations in our life, it offers a promise to overcome that difficulty. Then I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. It never in extremity, it asked a crumb of me. Yes, I have heard it in the chillest land. Yes, the poet is continuing her explanation. I have heard it in the chillest. Yes, I have heard the sweet song of that bird even in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. That means even in the extreme difficult situations or even the bad times, I felt the warmth and strength of this bird that is sitting inside her. That is the hope that is resting inside her. I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. That means hope has sustained her in the face of the most adverse circumstances. Even in the pinnacle of troubles and extreme difficulties, she could feel hope alive in her heart. That means the bird, faithful and unabashed. It is this feeling of hope. It is faithful. It is a faithful one and unabashed. That is never damaged, unabashed. Follows throughout her lifetime. It follows and sings and provides comfort and warmth to the speaker under the worst threatening circumstances in her life. Yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. That is, yet this bird has never asked to be fed even at a time of great distress. That means it has never demanded any favor in return or sacrifice in return. Yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Crumb it is in the sense means it's a single fragment of food. Yes, this little tiny bird never asked a single tiny food in return, or it does not demand any favor or sacrifice in return. It does not ask even a single crumb of, single fragment of food in return. That means, that is to say, hope is self-sustaining. It is faithful and it follows throughout one's lifetime. And does not need to be kept alive. Not only does hope spring eternal in the human heart, but also it springs naturally and spontaneously and without any effort on the part of human beings. Yes, it is not a created one. It is not an artificial one. It springs naturally and spontaneously and without any effort from the part of the human being. Throughout one's lifetime, it provides warmth, solace, strength to overcome the dark realities or harsh realities in one's lifetime. Students, can you understand what I am trying to express? And I already told you this poem is autobiographical in tone. That means with the help of this particular poem, Emily Dickinson, she is trying to express her own feeling, how she overcome the difficult situations in her life. This the feeling of hope that is kept alive, that gives, it provides comfort, strength, warmth to overcome those difficulties in her life. And she is expressing, with the help of this particular poem, she is expressing her own feeling, that feeling of hope inside her, how she overcomes those difficulties in her lifetime. You all know that at present this particular term, that particular feeling is very relevant because the whole world is affected by a deadly pandemic. And we all have such a feeling, that hope for better days, hope for betterment, etc. So here, with the help of the poem is a short one, but the idea is wonderful. It's a vast one. That with the help of this short poem, Emily Dickinson is trying to express one wonderful idea, that is the feeling of hope. It is the feeling of hope. It is like a tiny songbird. It continues to sing. It follows one's lifetime, whole lifetime. I think all of you understand this session. There is a homework for you. Write it and send back to me. Please read the lines again and again and try to understand the idea of this particular poem. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you again.